Bitcoin just got exactly rejected from the level I've talked about many times yesterday, and on today's video I will be discussing what could be happening next because liquidity is still piling up below us, and I will be discussing what does this mean for Bitcoin, what does this mean for Bitcoin right now, what does this mean for Bitcoin in the coming week, and more importantly, why did Bitcoin have this slight retracement, the most important support, and many more important charts that will be telling us something about where Bitcoin is heading towards over the longer time frame. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And once jumping in towards the content, I'm straight away going to jump in towards this chart I discussed yesterday as well. And this is my most important support and resistance chart at the moment. So I talked about this very important level of resistance that most likely this is going to be a level where Bitcoin is going to get rejected from once again. And that clearly happened yesterday. We saw 3 tries where Bitcoin was trying to be breaking above this resistance box, but clearly we got rejected every single time. And right now Bitcoin is still hanging around this level. And like I stated in yesterday's video, if we were to be seeing a rejection and if Bitcoin were to be moving down, there are a couple levels of support that we could be looking at. This previous high right here that currently provided support, that I will be currently making this green dotted line. But more importantly, I think that the biggest support for Bitcoin is laying somewhere around this red box right here. Why? Is because this red box that I just drew is major support from previously around right here, major resistance from here, major support from here, and most likely this is going to be the region where Bitcoin is likely going to be bouncing from. So I will be keeping my eyes wide open, and I will be making it green real quickly from off this green box right here for Bitcoin. I will also make this line real quickly green. So this green box right here is going to be an interesting range in my opinion to be potentially looking at long positions. So for the last 7 days, Bitcoin has been trading in an uptrend. But if I am going to be seeing signs of the uptrend weakening and potentially Bitcoin looking more weaker, I am potentially going to be opening up a short position. I need to have a little bit more time to see if it's clearly weakening. If Bitcoin right now gets a push up towards the upside and sees another rejection and potentially moves down again here, something like this, we could still move up here because we're creating then an ascending triangle. What is a typical bullish bias pattern, right? But if we see a push up towards the upside, a rejection with a lower low, that would be for me the confirmation. Oh, maybe right now the trend is weakening and we are going to be going lower. So I will be keeping my eyes wide open on that. And if I see a weak trend emerge or a trend reversal emerge, I will be notifying everyone on the channel, so make sure to subscribe right now here. But right now we're still trading in an uptrend, so there's nothing to worry about. But if we break the upper sloping support line, potentially that is a point where we should start to be worrying. And I think still there is a potential scenario where Bitcoin is already going to be bouncing towards the upside, or a potential scenario where Bitcoin is already going to be bouncing lower and potentially from off that point be bouncing towards the upside. But the reason if Bitcoin goes lower, I'm not 100% expecting a pushback towards the upside, that there is still a massive amount of liquidity being built up around the $39,000 to $40,000 level, to be exact, more than $600 million to approximately billion in Bitcoin. Long liquidations are laying around that $39,000 to $40,000 level, and due to that, I am still expecting that Bitcoin is most likely going to come back towards that region. And honestly, if Bitcoin were to be seeing that massive move towards the downside back to $39,000, how many of you guys will be getting fooled? Honestly, I will be once again approaching this as an opportunity. Of course, trying to catch a short position if I do see that the market is weakening and we're getting a clear entry structure. But as long as that is not happening, I will be just letting the market come down here. And once it comes down, I'm going to be looking at long positions around that region on the lower side where I think it is suitable to be opening up long positions on Bitcoin. So my strategy basically is let the market do its thing and get the least amount of risk on my entry. So that is my strategy, how I am a profitable trader. Guys, I mean, you can clearly see it. If I'm going to go back towards all the recent history I can see here, starting November from of this point, you can clearly see I have literally only made profit. I've got a 95% win rate, and of course the only loss I took was on Chainlink, what was a very minor loss here. But every trade I took on Bitcoin in the last 3 months were 5 trades. I have won. So this is very important to understand. I am a very patient trader, and once I open up a trade, I open up trades where I think I can clearly predict the next move on Bitcoin. So, and also maybe a reason why Bitcoin has been moving down again is that Grayscale is actually once again on top in terms of outflows, and Grayscale once again is on top in terms of volume. So people were expecting the Grayscale volumes were dropping off, but actually they're still selling off quite a lot of Bitcoin. So this is also very important to understand that Grayscale is so far not done with selling their Bitcoin. And if if we're just looking at the bigger perspective, and if we're looking at the liquidation heat map, there's just a very high chance that Bitcoin is still going to be moving down. But just like I said, I'm not going to be opening up a short position right now. I will only open up a big Bitcoin short position and really will be calling, let's say it is going to go down here, if I see a clear structure getting created on Bitcoin. What could sell me? Okay, right now Bitcoin is most likely going to go down, but for now on, I am still seeing quite a bullish structure on Bitcoin. If I'm looking at the bigger perspective, things are looking very strong. Tether is still printing more money, and due to that, I'm not necessarily bearish right now on the imminent short term, and especially not on the long term. So you have to understand that I think this is a suitable scenario, but I'm not placing all my eggs in that basket that Bitcoin right now has to go down, because I'm also not right now shorting Bitcoin. So if the market goes up, I will be definitely benefiting from it. But once I really will be expecting this to be happening, I will let you know. And of course, if it already happens in a flash tomorrow, I will be prepared to open up long positions. So I'm prepared in both scenarios, and that is the most important thing to do while you are trading Bitcoin. So make sure to have your own strategy as well to prepare yourself for that next big move on Bitcoin. So if you want to be trading Bitcoin yourself, make sure to go to the link description of today's video, because you can currently get an insane deposit bonus worth $1,000, and literally in 16 hours from now on, this deposit bonus will be ending. And this deposit bonus, and right now you could still claim a free $1,000 trade for only signing up an account using that link below and depositing $100 in your first 7 days. And be on high alert, in 16 hours this deposit bonus will be ending. So this is your last chance to be claiming this free $1,000 for only depositing $100. Yes, you heard correctly. This is a massive deposit bonus that will be ending in 16 hours and will never be coming back. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video in order to be claiming this airdrop position. Going of course further in towards the content, Bitcoin of course exactly bounced from that $39,000 level, created that V-shaped recovery, what is of course looking quite bullish. But still, in my opinion, I mean, if I'm looking at the bigger perspective, I think that Bitcoin is looking super bullish. I mean, this structure that we're currently creating is just looking immensely bullish. And if you're looking at the tether amount of getting printed in the market, so the USDT market cap, it is going exponential. And usually once there's more liquidity getting injected in the market, Bitcoin tends to be going higher as well. So this is also a very bullish sign in the market, together with the weekly time frame on Bitcoin creating a massive hammer candle, what is also a very bullish sign. So there are multiple bullish signs in the market. Well, on the imminent short term and the liquidation heat map, they're saying some bearish signs. So just like I said in yesterday's video, there's still not a clear direction about where Bitcoin is heading towards. So trading right now, opening up at this point in the market, opening up a longer short position is just absolutely self-destruction. So that is why I'm not doing it. I want to be seeing a clear direction on the short term. And if I see a clear direction, that is the point where I will be opening up new trades here. But from now on, I will be very careful. And of course, if Bitcoin comes down, I see every big dip in the market as a major opportunity, and that is why I will be looking at long positions if Bitcoin has a massive correction towards the downside. So make sure to be paying attention towards that, because in approximately 85 days, yesterday was only 75, but basically in 75 to 80 days, we're going to have the next Bitcoin halving. And of course, like you do know, usually after the Bitcoin halving, I mean, usually every single time so far, Bitcoin goes in an exponential rally towards the upside. So make sure to prepare accordingly. I mean, if Bitcoin breaks above $48,000, I mean, then officially the bull market will be starting. So make sure to prepare yourself right now. Guys, this was it for me on today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it again here. I mean, we're still waiting for the next big move to getting started here. And for me to be opening up that next trade, what I will be once again showing on the channel, because every single trade I've been opening with this $52,000 in profit, I showed you guys every single step here on the market. So make sure to subscribe to the channel right now to stay up to date about that. And then if I see a new opportunity where I think the win ratio for me is like 90 to 95%, I'm going to be sharing it again with my channel. So make sure to subscribe right now, smash up the bell notification, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.